Otherwise, we'll do informal Q&A after dinner, right? Chakras. How many people are aware of chakras? Chakras. Okay. I was thinking about how to talk about this in a simple terms. What's all this concept of chakras? This body is there. Why can't everything be in one place? The chakras are there as energy centers in the body. Our body is here to experience life. And there are different experiences that if they all come together, then life is full. For example, you need to have a passion to drive things. If there's no passion, if they're not attached to a few things, they're not attracted to a few things, then what? I mean, just everything goes just like that without necessarily having an extra enthusiasm. Rajiv ji is passionate about building, creating, so he became an architect. And he loves it, and he's going about doing it for 40 years now, and then continues to do, because he's got that passion. Passion is an energy that drives us to have certain experiences. Everything is an energy, right? Everything is an energy frequency. So if you have passion, energy, then first of all, you can start creating. If those who do not have passion, that means they haven't found what is really important to them, then this life goes on. So it is one core energy that is necessary for any human being to thrive, to do something in life. If I don't find my passion, I'm simply just living my life. You've got to find what that is that motivates me, that inspires me, so that I wake up every day and look for it. That passion energy is required. Suppose empowerment energy. Suppose you know what you want to do, but you want to be empowered. Okay, I don't have this, I don't have that. Nothing happens in my life. Nobody listens to me. I'm like, nothing. When you have these statements, there is no empowerment. But empowerment is because some people are very empowered and say, okay, I do it. I'm the one who's going to take it. He's done it. He said, I'm going to do it. Whether somebody comes or not, I'm writing on my vision board, this is going to happen. Right? So there's empowerment energy. That's also required so that you can do something with empowerment or do something with, just because somebody is telling your father is, pushing you, why are you wasting time? What are you doing? Do. And so you do. What says, no, I'm going to take it on me. This is what I want to do. Empowerment energy. So there are some core energies that are required to live a beautiful life. Yes or no? We need passion. We need empowerment. How do you get people to help you? By ordering or by requesting, and then being very nice to them to be able to say in a kindness and all of that. How do you get help from other people? Is it by ordering, commanding? You do. If you don't do, then I'm going to just dismiss. Versus you have a please. You know it. It's called love energy, compassion energy, love and compassion. If you are love and compassionate about people, then of course they're going to be turning back to you and then support you in your goals. Yes or no? Love and compassion means that leads towards kindness and care, and so automatically people are there with you. So that's an important energy. If you want to be very successful, then if you want to do things that you want to, that you're passionate about, then you want, of course, everyone to cooperate with you. And it comes more naturally with love and compassion. So that's another energy. So now here is the thing. A car has an engine in the front, a driver control in the center, and then there is a gas tank on the left side somewhere. And all these things cannot all be there in a single place. They have to be in different places because somewhere they have to fit. Different parts have to be there, come together, a car becomes. So is the case of the body. We got to have all these energies somewhere which hold it to give us that experience, because this energy is translated to some kind of emotion. A passionate energy person is active. There's got to be enough energy in the legs and hands so that it can be active. Right? So then there is this gland that is there somewhere sitting, which is giving you that energy. That energy is received and then it drives that energy. Right? The passionate person requires that energy, requires that hormone so that certain parts of the body work. That empowerment energy requires that you got that feeling that, yes, I'm going, and then it requires that drive, that adrenaline has to be there. That somebody who is love and compassionate needs to be calmer, needs to be healing in nature. So then the heart center is required. There is something out there. And so, just like a car to run and drive, a human body also It requires different functions to have a full experience. Chakras are that. Chakras are energy centers layering on top of human physical anatomy in the body, and then each one, now it slips into a little energy field. From a physical, we go into an energy field. If we decide that we are all energy, if we understand that we are energy, then ultimately there's got to be a connection between the whole energy to we as an individual entity. There has got to be some separation. You know, this is all single light, but you can still say this light is different, that light is different. Yes or no? There are so many lights. It's single light, it's single energy field, but there are little bulbs here and there. And so is the case with us, and you are one single big bulb, and I'm a bulb, and then everybody is a bulb in this whole field of light. And then within that bulb, now this one has perhaps 30 or 40, whatever LEDs. Each one becomes a separate thing. So is the case with the energy body. If we have an energy body, which is called pranamaya kosha, and then that energy body has these little bulbs called chakras, and each one is responsible for certain core experiential energy, a passion energy, an empowerment energy, a love energy, a expression energy. Somebody said, I know that my future depends on me stepping out there and speaking. And that's expression. You know it, how much power people who are great orators have, yes or no? If you're a great orator, of course you can captivate the minds of people. That's what Hitler did. What is special about Hitler? He was a great motivator through his speech, to the point that he was able to rally people, even educated people, towards what he wanted, to go and then do these genocides. It didn't matter at that point. He was just rallying people. That's all it mattered. Of course, they didn't have the knowledge of what they're doing. It's a different thing. But if you're a great orator, you have the power to move. So do you want it or not want it to have a full-on experience in life? How does a great businessman succeed? Of course, they are going to be great orators. If they are, then they are going to rally a lot of people together. They're going to keep their employees together. They're going to motivate partners together to do things happen for us. So that energy is very important. Expression energy, being creative in expressing, being bold in expressing, having that clarity and expression of doing concise few words but still be able to talk. That's an important energy required for us to have a full-on experience of whatever that you want to create. You can create a great technology. If you can't express it, then the technology is not seen. Microsoft, that machine used to crash every day. Every day it used to crash. How many people remember those days of Windows 3.0? It's reboot and reboot and reboot is the only solution. But still, they became greatly successful. They had the good expression engine. It was able to express, we call it marketing. Right? It was able to express it. So it didn't matter what you're doing, but we'll still give a big clap to Microsoft. Such a great company, because everybody had a computer, access to a computer. They're the ones who did it. But then, because of the expression, they could rally people to go after taking onto computers, which is great. And then came the technology, slowly became stable and stable and stable to a point where it mattered, and so we are there. So expression energy is important, friends. So chakras at a simplest level are nothing but those energy centers which are responsible for important energy that translate into experience of life. And your experience is full when you have those 7 center energies that chakras fundamentally represent. Now, these energies, that means the energy of creation, passion, energy of empowerment. Now, these are proportionate to your level of understanding. It's based on knowledge. If your knowledge is great, your understanding is high, then you can empower yourself, or you feel like nothing is going to work. If your knowledge is low, if people have been telling you always that, hey, what are you going to do? You are simply just an engineer. How do you think of changing the entire thing in your company? If somebody tells you like this all the time, oh, what? You're a mom of 3 kids and you already have so many difficulties. How do you think you'll go and then do a lot of things, sir? These people say it, right? Knowingly, unknowingly, a lot of people at home and otherwise say it. And so if you take that, because we don't know this quantum physics concept, we don't know the meditation can connect us to that field to be infinitely powerful, then we'll simply accept it. Then we say, okay, fine, I think so. Maybe I'm dreaming. I don't think I can do much. So then we have, it's what? It's knowledge that changes you from one to the other. The knowledge that you absorb, it changes you from being completely helpless and then somebody who cannot do anything to someone who says fully empowered and say, of course I can do. That's what is all this? That's what Buddha's CEO team has empowered themselves and said, of course we can do. We will go and then camp tent in Delhi with our Delhi team together. We will do things happen. We want to put meditation in the global leadership map. And then we want them to know in a way that meditation is simple, it's scientific, it is implementable everywhere. It's not only for special set of people. It's not a complex process. Because the government will take it only when it finds that it's very inclusive. Because the government cannot implement if it requires some 30 steps. Is this meditation simple? Can this be given by you to your friend in your office? It's possible if you only have intent. So dear friends, so chakras, in the simplest terms, number one are energies that are there that give us a full-on experience of life. Now the chakra energies, now the concept of blocking and unblocking of chakra energies, and this blocking and unblocking of chakras happen when we have less knowledge and more knowledge. When you have knowledge, we have lesser understanding of life, then your chakras are not necessarily functioning great because you yourself are saying, it's not possible by me. You yourself are saying, holding on to my job right now is important than living my dream. Because I got so many things going on in me, I can't take risk and I just want to simply survive somehow and then live my job. No matter like or not, I dragged myself to work, do it, come back, just come and crash in my couch because they say, I don't have any energy. That's your survival thinking. Because you're not empowered enough, and so you will be in survival mode. Those who are empowered and saying, wow, I got a dream. Screw it if I can't get this thing. I will live. My 3 lakh salary become 1 lakh. It's okay, but it at least powers me every day. All right? So you come to that conclusion. It is okay. I can live, even if it is lesser. It doesn't have to be everything with money. It's got to do with your satisfaction of how you are living life. That's what is more important. But a lot of times we stick to money, thinking that that's what is a savior. Not at all. Money is not giving solutions, you know it. And so, dear friends, the concept here is that we understand the concept of chakras and look at the energies. And then tomorrow, meditation, I would like us to, through our thought, because thought moves energies. And so through our thought, not through our breath. There are chakra meditation which are through a breath, which sort of push the energy and do forcefully. We don't want to do forcefully. We want to be in the most relaxed posture, most comfortable posture. We want to move through our thought with the highest level of knowledge and say, yes, I'm receiving that energy of my third chakra to empowerment. And I'm unlocking it, and so that I'm so empowered because I know that I'm infinitely potential. My meditation unlocks it, so now of course I'm receiving that energy. And so you move that energy into your center to unlock and unblock itself, right? You want to energize the chakras from a meditation, from a mindfulness technique, not a yogic technique. But understanding the concept is important. So in this, there are 5 bodies that we have heard of, panchakoshas. Physical body, Annamaya Kosha, is the first one. The picture is not that clear. Now, please switch off this light here. The physical, in still, it may not be that necessarily clear, but you just have to bear with me. And I think our team, next time, we've got to redraw this picture with a lot of brightness. Somebody can take Reshma. And so, this physical body on the left side is the body with a lot of glands are there, right? You have adrenal glands, thymus gland, thyroid gland, pineal gland, you have pituitary gland somewhere below the pineal gland. All that is there having certain function. Then the next 4 are the energy bodies. In the Panchakoshas, physical body is one, Annamaya Kosha, that feeds on some food. Then the remaining 4 are called energy bodies. What is energy body? Just like I told you, there is a small light and a big light and a much bigger light. They're all different energy bodies, right? There are different levels of things. Each one is supporting one thing. On a big stage, you got some core lights that support everything. Then you got some auxiliary lights that support something else. Think of that as these energy bodies, except that they're layered one on top of the other. And so in a way that we have the right experience. So the physical body is layered by this pranamaya kosha energy body. This is the basis for all acupuncture, acupressure, and all the alternate healing modalities work on this energy body. They're pressing physical, but it's really working on that energy body level where these energy tubes that are there around you are releasing the pressure, and so then suddenly, then somewhere else the joint eases up. Okay? So the energy body is the pranamaya kosha and contains all the chakras. The field, in everyday meditation, we go into the field as one, the whole. That is connected. We're connected to the field through this energy body around us. We've got all these chakras, are the junction boxes, which hold certain energy. We'll come back to what those energies are. But the chakras are there. Those chakras, from bottom to top, a root chakra, and then they're all names. A root chakra, then the sacral chakra, then solar plexus, then heart chakra, throat chakra, then third eye chakra, and then crown chakra, right? There are Sanskrit names also. Okay. You don't have to learn all of it today, tomorrow, or forever. Not necessary unless you're really interested. But we have a simpler way to sort of do this in the meditation process. We'll talk about it. Then we have this mind body, manomaya kosha. Then you have intellect body, vijnanamaya kosha, vijnana, intellect, buddhi. We started off this thing with buddhi, vijnanamaya kosha, Patriji talked about it. And then we have bliss body or anandamaya kosha. Okay, which is called also the soul body. All right, which is you, your consciousness that is there, which has got these sheaths, the layers. These are understandable. I've got my energy body, then mind body, I understand it, which is thought. Positive, negative. That's all in the mind, nothing else. Mind is simply moving through the thought. Then Vijnanamaya Kosha, the intellect body, is discerning what is right and wrong. So thoughts are driven by Vijnanamaya Kosha, your buddhi. What is your thing? When you are wearing a leather shoe or a leather belt, are you giving an attempt and say, okay, let's look at a leather, okay, the guy comes and says, MG Hector, the latest, greatest leather sofas inside is come now, smooth and touchy. What is your Vijnanamaya Kosha telling you? Oh, leather. How many sheep have been skinned to have that thing out there? Even think about it. It's leather, they're packaging it very beautifully, but how many animals have to be sacrificed to have that leather out there, right? Vijnanamaya Kosha tells you a little bit more and say, wait a minute, this is not right. I should not even be thinking about anything leather. Forget about my leather jacket, leather sofa. Can I be, for my happiness and joy of this minuscule thing, that I can skin animals? Should I be doing it? You get to understand it. If Vijnanamaya Kosha starts working, and so then it discerns right and wrong. It's based on your understanding, dear friends. Everything is based on understanding. Not until that time. If you don't understand, we don't even question. Knowledge is precursor to experience. So if you have the knowledge that so many animals have been sacrificed for leather jackets, and it's not right, you also have to connect to it. Meditation brings you that connection very quickly. I've also heard so many times, ahimsa paramo dharmaha. I've gone to Tirupati every year twice. And every time you go up, dharmo rakshati rakshitaha, vruksho rakshati rakshitaha, ahimsa paramo dharmaha. Are there or not? Probably many temples they have it. How many times you even paid attention to them? You're not, because we didn't have the knowledge. And some people have knowledge, but never had the awareness to even apply the knowledge. But then now we do. So the Vijnanamaya Kosha is the one which is integrating the knowledge with the current experience to say to do or not do. And the Vijnanamaya Kosha is great. Your Manomaya Kosha will be beautiful because you get the right thoughts. When Manomaya Kosha, your thoughts are great, your Pranamaya Kosha is not really blocked anymore because free flow of energy. In your office, you are like a review is happening. And somebody, that senior technical person, technical persons can be real pain. Yes or no? All right? What is that? They're blessing. They're great blessing, of course. Hey, I'm also a technologist. Well, people used to struggle. Now, the guy is trying to bulldoze your stuff onto them. You know that fellow is wrong, but he's just blatantly covering it up. Blatantly pushing you. You want to say something. But then your Vijnanamaya Kosha is colored, and then it's sort of fearful a little bit because somewhere you have this survival challenge. If I open my mouth in front of this guy, he's going to go and take on me and give me poor reviews, and so I don't want to take this stuff. That's because you're also colored with your knowledge about what you are. The survival thinking is there. That kind of courage is not there. So colored Vijnanamaya Kosha is telling, okay, chalo chhod do. Okay, you don't want to speak up. then you are not speaking up. But the thing is, the guy inside who wants to, and this guy wants to just express it. The bliss body simply wants to express it, but you're not expressing, you're holding off. When you hold off, dear friends, and so then automatically, then it is suppressed memory into the bliss body. It is sitting there somewhere deep inside. You want to do, but you couldn't do. We are here to experience life. We are here as a soul nature to experience life in the grandest way. But then we limit ourselves due to various limited thinking that is conditioned into us from the day one. Okay, you got to respect elders. Should we respect elders all the time? Should we? What do you say? Should we respect all the time elders? Come on, guys. Say something. Should we respect elders all the time? Yes? If the elder is saying, go and kill all those people, you want to respect? Come on. What's that? Huh? What does respect mean? I mean, it's not lip service. Respect means you follow what they're saying, right? Then what is respect? You're talking about physical, okay, salam. That hardly has anything to me. Respect means they say something, you have respect for them to do it. What is that? Humility is in a mind, sir. It's a concept of mind. What is humility? You can never humiliate me, cause humiliation to me. You can do anything, I won't get humiliated because it's in my mind. Yes or no? I talked about an incident. The lady shouted at me so much that no, of course I could have been, old me, I would have been fully humiliated. I said, how dare she can do this in front of everybody? I would have felt very, very bad. Humiliation is in our mind. It's easily overcomable. What is humiliation? It all comes from our ego. 90% of our tapa, dukkha, suffering comes from our mind. 90%. It's called aditapa. 90% come from there. It all is removed with knowledge. Should I feel humiliated if you say something? That means my happiness in your hand. Should I give you that key? How many people are giving your key to your spouses or your family members? Tell me here. Please take it back. Your key should be with you, not with somebody else. Yes or no? How do I get it? Increase your understanding. Empower yourself with more. Meditation will tell you to say, yes, I am the whole. I've got everything with me. Nothing is going to happen. Our mind is projecting, oh, if I say something, my in-laws feel bad. They'll say I become a rebel, and it can cause an issue into my marriage itself. We project so much from here to small issue becomes so big, we keep quiet. But everything is based on survival thinking, and so then we get out of the survival thinking, dear friends. And so the thing is, should I respect elders? Prahalada did not respect his father. You know it. There is enough example is there. He didn't respect his father. Did he do it? He said, no. No way. He said, stop saying Hari. He said, of course I'm going to say Hari because that's all exists. But that's the greatest example because he knows that his father is misled. He didn't understand what life is. So is the case, dear friends. When I say respect elders, we've been told a conditioning is okay. Those of you, if you have a very junior kids and then very young kids, they might have come and so have a watchful and then go out, and then those parents. And then we're going to conclude this. But there's parents who have very young kids, and if they're coming, and then I would like you to silently go out and then take care of your kid. Okay. Not yet, right? Okay, not there. So dear friends, it's not about just blindly following what is there. We got to apply that. Vijnana Kosha applies it. Everybody's consciousness. This elder culture is only culture, society. The mind is got created through the society with various convenience and comfort. That's all it is. You shut off children just because you don't like it. Convenience out of convenience, shut up them off. You go and swipe a credit card, 10,000 rupees mean nothing. When those guys spend about 500 rupees, you tell, why did you spend? Who gave you the right? This and that, so many. Have you ever thought about when you're spending 10,000 rupees and it's just swiping a credit card? But with children, you ask so many questions about small things. Why is that so? And then they say something, oh, how dare you raising voice on me? You know who's talking to mama. And we shut them off with a voice. Do we do it? So many parents are voicing strongly and then making the children shut off. That's what makes them withdrawn. And you later, when they're in their jobs or businesses, they don't take initiative. You say, what the hell? Why don't you go, talk, this and this? In your childhood, Baba, you kept them shut off. Everything you said no. Everything you said, what you know, just keep quiet. And now you're saying you go and then take initiative because you're already used to keeping quiet. It's called not accepted. In childhood, an important value they lost. They lost that experience completely. To be accepted, to be say something. Right or wrong doesn't matter, but you have to listen to them first. So dear friends, so Vijnanamaya Kosha is all about knowledge. What is the right way to do? There is a book called The Book of Children by Osho. How many people read that book? Please read that book. Please write it down. It is there, I think, it's one of the recommended books. If it's not there, and did we speak about Osho, reading Osho in the beginning? Did we say in this thing? Did I bring it up? Reading Osho books, we said this, right? And so, in any case, dear friends, the bliss body, the Vijnanamaya Kosha is the Kosha. This is the Jnana Kosha. And you develop our buddhi, intellect about what is the right thing to do and not right thing to do by reading, by understanding, listening to others' experiences. We have clarity of what to do, not to do. That's always a $1 million question for everybody. At any given time, what to do and not to do is a $1 million question. We need that clarity. We cannot go on depending on others. We cannot go on tossing. We cannot go on telling, okay, Mama. Sometimes, children, okay, they call from the store, Mama, should I buy this red color or green color? Come on. Why did you make them so dependent on you? They're not able to make a decision of which color to buy. Because every time you interfere and every time you say, this is not good, that is good for you, this is good for you, they also got conditioned. So then everywhere in the phone call, from where also, they'll ask you. Come on. We have to let them decide so that they become very, very independent. So dear friends, so the concept here is the chakras are, each chakra represents certain energy. So there are numbers here. We don't have to, we understood the whole of the concept now. And then we just have to understand the energies of the chakras. So here are the energies of the chakras, all right? And then for the purpose of this meditation, and because it's a big subject, and then those of you interested in chakras must read Anodya Judith, The Wheels of Life. Anodya Judith chakras, The Wheels of Life. And so our body has these centers. I told you there are energy centers, like a car has different parts which are important for it to run. We've got these different parts. They couldn't all be fit in the mind, here, brain. So they are just spread over the body. Take it that way. Different parts doing different functions. And so then here, you have the passion energy is the root chakra, right at the secretion muscles, right at the bottom. Then you have the Swadhisthana chakra, or the sacral chakra, is belongingness. When people say these words, first one is survival issue. Survival to passion. Survival is, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know, market is very tough. My jobs are going to be stay or not. My company will stay or not. It's better to, will there be enough stuff? Oh, there is so much of COVID going on. You go and then hoard things because, I don't know, stocks will be running out, so I have to go and get it. Survival. Survival. We forget about others only. And so we want to just get and grab, queue, let's run because, the reservations are going to be very few. I got to run and then be there. Scarcity thinking, survival thinking. We're not ready to let others go in front of us. But if we are a family of 20, you will know, only 8 seats are there, I'm not going to go. You will come back. But when it comes to others, we don't, and then we always in the survival thinking. So the first one, survival opposite is passion. You want to do what you really love to do, not just carry on your life, in a mode of survival. The second energy is belongingness, dear friends. First of all, you got to kindle our passions. So passion energy. What is interest to me? That's passionate energy. Second, belongingness. Anybody says, I don't know what's the meaning of my life. Nobody cares for me. There's nothing that ever is important that people around me are bothered about. In offices, colleagues or somebody makes a comment that it's just, we are just doing it because management tells me another, there are hardly any value to what we do. And people are using these words, that means they're missing the second chakra issue. There's no belongingness. They don't feel they belong to do something. When do you feel like doing something? If you feel that you belong here. Now, if you want others to bring their belongingness, which is what we are used to, somebody around us has to validate for everything, then we're ready to do. But how long you go on doing it? Your mother, father, all those friends are no longer there. They get away. Then what happens to you? Then where is belongingness? The belongingness energy is from inside. We are consciousness. We own everything. So belongingness is there with us. Nobody needs to validate us. Do we need to validate validation from somebody else for us to take a step forward? So this belongingness energy, and a lot of women, a lot of adults, and the men also, when they're crossing this 40, 50, go into this midlife crisis is the issue. Suddenly, your external things that you're holding on to, they're no longer there. The children are no longer there. And many things that are not there, suddenly you say, okay, we use the word emptiness, this and that, but you're struggling inside. Struggling inside that, no, what's the value of my life now? Because the child is no longer dependent on you. They're saying, okay, mama, I want to buy, my friends are there, I'll go with them. They don't care a little bit about you. And so suddenly you feel that emptiness. Belongingness is important because then you feel nobody is loving you, liking you. Your husband is also very busy, he's got his own challenges. I don't know, your spouse is busy. Let me use the spouse word. All right, I'm not biased on anything. All right, okay. So dear friends, the second one is belongingness is important for us to feel like I want to go and then live my passion. And all of it is to gain it from inside, not from outside. Externally is very, very minuscule, and you can't manage people to get that. All right? And so the third thing, because priorities change, so they're no longer there with you. Third thing is empowerment. I talked about it enough. Empowerment. People are saying, I don't have, you are a VP, you can do it, I can't do anything. And I don't have any money, how can I do? How can I even think of building a pyramid valley? It requires a lot of money. So they're fundamentally thinking external, a position and a power and empowerment that way. But what do you need to build? Do you need external empowerment or something internal that, where does all creation start from? Is that from? Thought. Everything starts from thought. So that's what you need. You need a lot of empowerment, like Prashant is saying, I am putting in my vision board. I'm going to go every day, visualize and dream it like crazy and see what comes out of it. That empowerment is required. If you're empowered, then of course you take action, you move forward. Otherwise, you are staying back and saying, you'll find 1,000 reasons of why it's not going to happen. You argue for your own limitation your entire lifetime and saying, oh, this is because of that, that's because I had so many dreams, but I couldn't do anything because my wife, my parents, my family never allowed me. You put the blame on everybody and not do. So empowerment energy is third one. What does it mean the other way? When you're thinking the other way, the chakra is blocked. That energy is not passing through. You, to the energy, feel connected through your energy body, but your energy is blocked there, the way you think about yourself in each of these centers. Understand? But it's an important energy. If you want to be empowered so that you go and then do. We have a master in Dallas. She's the mother of two. But she empowered, there is so much empowerment, Divya, that she went to Himalaya, Everest Base Camp. You know how much you have to walk, Everest Base Camp? Can anybody guess? How much you have to walk? 160 kilometers. 160 kilometers, mother of two young children, not grown-up children, by the way. She's perhaps in maybe late 30s, maybe now or something. But she still went, she dared herself enough to go there. Empowerment, that is empowerment. And say, I'm passionate about it, I would like to go and do it. Whether somebody comes or not, it doesn't matter. She went. She went with a group that was there, not with a local group. She just went and joined a group. That's total empowerment, right? And so you can do if you are empowered from inside. No amount of empowerment outside can give you that power that comes from you. So empowerment. So when you don't have it, the chakra is blocked. It's blocked means the field energy coming into you stops somewhere because you lack of proper understanding. If I understand the science of infinite possibility, I understand that I am the whole, and you know that you're connected to the whole through your meditation regularly, you are empowered. You are empowered. How do you know? You keep experimenting on yourself, one after the other, after the other. Then you increase your empowerment levels more and more. That's all it is, right? The fourth one is love and compassion. We spoke about it. If you are loving and kind and compassionate, people come around you to support you. So you got your passion. You feel like you belong and you're here. Why are we here? Conversation with God said, we are here to experience our life. So I'm here. I validate to myself. Of course, I've taken a birth into this body to do something with it. And so then you belong to yourself. Self-love. That's why meditation, first thing that happens is self-love. A lot of self-love to yourself. Whether somebody cares to you or not, it doesn't matter. You got the love to you. Yes, madam, Usha, madam, we got the love to ourselves. That's why you didn't get your trigger from your husband. Because you have so much of self-love. Before, it is he is the one who is got to do, otherwise he's the one who is not doing. But now, no problem. No problem. It comes, it's okay. That's what you said, isn't it? Her words are exactly that. If it comes, it's okay. There must be a good reason it will happen. If not, it's okay. I can still do my meditations. Didn't she say that? That's self-love. You turned. You become a person where you love yourself. That's where the beginning starts. And so then you go into empowerment to take an action. When you empower yourself, then you have love and compassion. You bring people with you into your fold to help you. If you're ordering, bossing, egoistic, nobody is there around you. They're all just vanishing, right? And so love and compassion is the opposite of it. When you have the egoistic, it blocks there. The heart chakra is blocked when you're egoistic. That means energy doesn't pass. When the heart chakra is blocked, the thymus gland behind, immunity is not working. So a lot of weakness, a lot of issues in the health come when heart chakra is blocked because thymus gland is for the immunity. It doesn't work very well. When empowerment energy is not there, the digestive glands, adrenal glands are not working very well. So there is problems around associated with that. It's how you have to see. Your expression, then your expression. People are there with you, with your love and compassion. And what do you do with the people? You become the greatest orator. Express beautifully. Be very authentic. Be truthful, because people see. You're telling your child a lot of things, but they also see through, you know that, right? We think it's like that ostrich puts his head down and thinks that nobody is seeing it. But the entire world sees the ostrich. But it just shoves his head into sand and says, okay, nobody's seeing, I'm hidden. But it's not the case. We are naked out there, and then children, of course, sense through energies, not through words. So we become very truthful. And then, of course, the colleagues also, we all know it. A lot of colleagues know what you're speaking lie or you are actually speaking truth. When you don't talk about the secrets of the management, whatever that asks you to hold off, they can easily sense it. So you become authentic, you become very expressive, pure in expression. All of that is there, then you can rally people together towards your cause. That's purity of expression, energy in the fifth center, throat chakra. Or otherwise, thyroid issues. When you don't express well, thyroid issues. What is thyroid causing? Hormonal imbalance for the entire body. Entire body hormonal imbalances are there when thyroid gland is not working. Then this is mystical center is about, now it's you got people, everything is working, you're doing your work with your little analytical mind, little knowledge. But don't you want the support of this universe? Open up to the universal possibilities. You think one way, there are 1,000 other ways it can happen. And so that's what his mystical energy is about. You used to open up. The pineal gland opens up in every meditation. You start scanning the truth. You receive a lot of information, insight. And so then you make it much more easy for you. That's what my daughter said. In that thing, I started meditating. And then suddenly the thing told me, okay, go and look up that website. And now, boom, that course is there. It knows. You thought the date is past, but she still went because she's open to the possibility, saw the date is extended, so everything happened to her effortlessly. That's being open to the possibility. So things happen much smoother. Of course, my job was easy. Otherwise, you would have put some 10 applications. We only put one application. So people around together, we did effortlessly that work. And the last thing is harmony and balance, the chakra energy, where you are one with the whole. You are whole, you are one. When you are whole and one, then you are in greatest harmony with everyone. You operate as if you are everything. You operate your life as if you are everything. That means your approach to your children is same as approach to somebody else. That's how you become one, develop that oneness. You will see no difference between anybody. You give the same level of attention to everybody, or you are able to equally and actively can tell them what is not right and not right with them without having any mask in between. Harmony. And so, dear friends, all these energies, now beautifully they develop through a knowledge path with meditation. By now you understand it, as I'm explaining to you what they mean. Now, what are we going to do tomorrow? Energy is there, so we're going to receive that energy in our meditation tomorrow one by one. Tomorrow morning, you have to tell me what time you want to start, and so we're going to start with meditation. We want to do a little longer and longer meditations to the point where on the last day, you will do something beautiful that you will not want to forget. And so then tomorrow we will do some meditation on the chakras, and then like us to go and then experience and then energize the centers with one energy after the energy after energy, right? You want to energize the sphincters. So for every gland, so we're going to start with our Anapanasati meditation. I'm telling this now because tomorrow I would like us to start meditation. Otherwise it takes time there to explain again. So actually stop. Turn to the person next to you and explain to them what you understood so far.
Dinner. After that, they are going to stargazing in the terrace. So we have time till 9 p.m. if you want to take a question and answer.
At lunch we have to go. Dinner we have to go. I'll give them time. Dinner they can go. Dinner is ready, but I'll tell them whoever wants to stay here for Q&A, I'll tell them to do that way. Okay. Right. Okay. Yes, friends. So tomorrow's meditation, okay. So tomorrow, as you understand this, you have a picture of what constitutes a collective experience, a beautiful experience. Now, somewhere or the other, we have blocks in each of them. Either we're too egoistic and think, I'm the one who's doing it. We lost the touch with the whole. There are so many ways you can do it. So we need to open up our feeling glad, go into meditation regularly, right? Everywhere we have some challenges. We're not pure in our expression. A lot of times we are not able to extend our love and compassion. Instead, we are saying, I tell you, do it. I'm the father, you got to do it. As opposed to being a little more compassionate, a little more kind. And so if you know them, it's all about developing those qualities. Meditation fundamentally helps us to look into all of those. It changes us. And all those qualities, if you see, are the qualities of consciousness. Is consciousness very empowered? Is God asking doubtful about things? What do you think? Is Lord, when Ganesha is doubtful about whether to do or not do? Do you think so? You don't hear anything like this. They're not doubtful. Do they require somebody to say, oh, you are, what is your name, madam? Priya. Oh, Priya, you are great, you are great, you are great. Do you think Lord Ganesha wants all our praises all the time? Is we are the ones, we are just going about praising, saying that you are the one. We never realize that they would have been a lot more happy if we did what they did, meditation. Instead, the only thing is saying, I'm the lesser model, okay, you are great, you are great, you are great, and then we remain where we are. They seem to be happily enjoying the time because they cannot interfere in our life as a free will being. That's the condition. The natural spirits, the condition is you are a free will being. Unless you ask, the help is not there. You are saying, you are great. Okay, fine, you are great. Okay, fine, you are great. I don't want to interfere into you. Because that's your free will. That's what you are also consciousness. They say, okay, I am equal to you, and you are deciding to always do stotra about somebody else, do it. I can't help because that's your desire. Everybody's desire has to be granted. That's how the universe works. Until the time you decide and ask for it, it's not going to come to you. And so these are qualities of consciousness. Meditation makes us conscious. Become consciousness. And so then you develop all qualities. You are empowered, you are passionate, you love yourself, then you are helping others kind and compassionate all the time. And then of course you are always pure in expression, and then you are like, looking for miracles all the time. That's why gods make miracles. And we also create miracles. What's a miracle? It's uncommon. For somebody, I just told you, somebody coming together having a dinner at the dining table is a miracle, because they probably never had in 5 years, because husband is always traveling, son is always saying, no, I'm not coming, and come at 9 o'clock, so maybe never happened. It can be a miracle, yes or no? Miracle is what is uncommon to you, that's all it is. It doesn't have to be something like a $1 billion money or $1 million jackpot. And so different, and those two happen. Those two happened. My company acquisition to me is a miracle, except that as I understood that everything is possible, a miracle no longer becomes a miracle, becomes a thing that happens to you because everything is a miracle to you every day for a meditator's life. Okay. So dear friends, so tomorrow, as you understand this, it's about improving our notion, our idea about what these energies are. What is my knowledge? What's my level? Where am I? Why do I seek constantly somebody else to tell me that you are great? Can I be loving myself and say, okay, I'm complete by myself, and I'm here to experience, so can I have that reminder to myself? Your meditation will give you that. That's all required. Some books are there. Read Louise Hay books. Her books are about self-love only. Louise Hay. Those of you not read, you must read her books. Then you will completely come out of the second chakra issue. You will have self-love. That is the first thing to do. So for every chakra, we can create some books out there. Like you read Seth books, and of course, it spans across all of it, right? And so empowerment comes greatly when you read Joe Dispenza's books. A lot of empowerment comes. When you read Conversation with God, it covers across all chakras. It sort of gives you everything. Conversation with God. That's why that book was a book of enlightenment for me. When I read the book, I got all answers in the year 2002. And then ever since then, life has been such a beautiful thing. Not that I've been perfect all the time. We're not perfect necessarily. But at least you know where you're faltering, where you want to improve, right? A Conversation with God is a great book to read, spanning across every area of this life, to know how you want to be than where you are in each of the chakras, so that you can become that God again, right, friends? And so tomorrow's meditation is to receive that energy. So I say, I'm allowing to receive that energy of center 3 into center 3. The energy of empowerment that helps me to take action, to move forward in life. This is how I guide tomorrow. And so all you are doing, I'm going to say, rest your attention on your center 3, your solar plexus chakra, your Manipuraka chakra. I will say those words, you don't have to remember. 3, only thing I want you to remember is that 1 at secretion muscles, 2 below the navel, number 2, 3 is below the ribs, 4 is heart, 5 is throat, 6 is third eye, midbrain, 7th is crown. These are easy. There is 1 secretion muscles, 2 is below the navel, somewhere below the navel, that area. 3 is below the ribs, somewhere there. 1, 2, 3. So when I ask you to put your attention on 1, you put your attention at the secretion muscles area. Number 2 means below the navel area. You put your attention there, symbolically that you are then energizing that center. Then I will say, find that center by finding that emptiness around it. I'm going to say something. Then I will say, with a great intention to help life expand, because now you are doing a little bit unnatural thing. As I want you to put your strong intention, that you have a great intention to expand life. So whatever you're doing is going to be utilized greatly for everybody's life expansion. With a great intention to expand life, allow to receive energy of center 3 into your center 3 from the field. I'll say that. That means you're allowing to receive that energy of empowerment to go into you, which means in case you're blocked about being able to take an active decision, not having the courage to do that, empowerment energy sort of gives you that experience to drop that thing, that block you have, to move you forward. It'll be there for a few days to weeks, but then again, your thinking hasn't changed, it'll come back and slowly block itself. Your thinking has to change eventually. That means your knowledge has to improve. Then your chakras are permanently unblocked. They're permanently there. That's why with Patriji, there's no chakra activation per se. There's no Kundalini activation, because Kundalini activation is pushing up through yogic techniques one center of the other, but requires a lot of guidance, preparation. When somebody pushes that energy up and then suddenly you open up and say, okay, empowered to do many things, you can do big mistakes. And so there's no Kundalini activation with PSSM. Our Buddha says it's all about simply knowing. Knowledge sort of helps you to be unblocked in every center. Because if you're able to express beautifully, then there's no block here. That's why thyroid heals. And people are empowered. Many people come and say, my thyroid is healed, right? And so then that's because you're able to express well. If it's coming back, it's because, again, you're suppressing. You're trying to manage show. You're managing situation. You've got to come out of it again. then things will again start working greatly, right? And so tomorrow we are receiving that energy one by one for each chakra. Allow to receive energy of center 3 into your center 3. Notice that expansion of the center, that energy flowing in abundantly. Notice that energy going down from 3 to 2 to 1, and then going back up from 1 to 2 to 3, beyond 3 to 4. I'm going to use this guidance. That means your center 3 if it's blocked, and then if the energy is moving freely, start from 1. So 1 is clear, 2, 3. When it comes to 3, I say, receive that energy, let that energy go down to 1, and then go back up clearly, smoothly to 1, 2, 3, and then beyond 3 to 4. If it is going freely beyond 3 to 4, that means the 3 is clear. Then at 4, I'll say, see that energy going smoothly, all the centers, and then going beyond 4 to 5. Then 4 is clear to go to 5. Like this, you do center after center after center. Very easy to follow guidance, and the process is beautiful. Then you are there in meditative, the music is nice, and so you can go through just working on yourself, right? It's an energy center meditation that we will do tomorrow, dear friends, right? So everyone and many people, see, not everybody can connect to every meditation. First of all, you have to understand this. Some people come and said, sir, our morning meditation is great, second meditation is not at all good. Some said morning, I just could not sit, but second was great. If you are connecting to one meditation and then tomorrow another meditation, you are generally in a great thought the rest of the day, you're doing great. If you're connected to meditation, you felt 2 meditations have been good for you, that means you're doing super good about motivating yourself. And if you got 3, then you are like, I have to salute you, or all 3. So it is okay and it is normal that a meditation is good, another meditation not. Meditations are not linear. Of course, you will find a significant difference by end of the 5th day. You are probably more motivated, more clearer about what you have to do, more energetic. Many things will happen over a period of time, but not meditation to meditation, not at all, right? And so recognize that way. Let's go into it tomorrow with one more, it's day 3 we're starting. Are we ready enough, or should we just relax tomorrow morning and then start at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock? Should we? Are you sure? Or should we just nicely relax tomorrow, so day 4 and 5 we can work on ourselves, and so tomorrow after breakfast we meet? Right? We want? Yes. We took a vow yesterday that yes, these 5 days I'm going to challenge myself. Yes. So then what is the challenge then tomorrow? What time? 5. Okay. So I didn't make it today morning. I was late a bit. So let me see. I hopefully will make it today, tomorrow for sure. So not 4:30. Okay, let's preserve it. So today we came at 5:15. Okay, lot of concession, 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock will come tomorrow. Yes? All right, friends. So we will meet at 5 in the pyramid, the same place. And then, of course, the pyramid is open at 4. Some of you are very enthused, so you want to go up by 4, go. But come back and join by 5 this meditation, all right? Join the group meditation. Group meditation is always powerful, moves energies. Remember this point always, right? If there is a group meditation, as much as possible, if you have a strong reason to not join that, it's a different thing. But otherwise, in general, you be part of a group meditation, right? All right? Okay, so we conclude here. Now it's 8. What they told me just now is the children are not there, they're enjoying, they're not available till 9. Okay, they're gone for some stargazing, and so they're still enjoying their time. They finished their dinner, and then they've gone for stargazing and come back at 9. Okay? And so let's go for dinner, it's already 8. I promise that we'll do Q&A. And so it's like this, we got so much to cover. Some of you, if you're not absorbing the concepts, it's okay. I've told you it's okay. They slowly come together. Even if you've gotten 20% by the end of these 5 days, I'm sure you'll feel it's really worth spending your time. All right? And so it's okay if you didn't absorb, but we can do Q&A by bonfire. Yeah. Bonfire today, they might not have made. Every day, besides the soul. Where? Besides the soul, it's the Huh? Every day they're doing. The thing is, there is a big group today. So they'll be dancing and jumping, so we may not be able to have satsang there. Okay? So here is what, on day 2, we're doing an informal satsang. All right? If anybody would like to come back, after having dinner, come back here. Okay? We will do, if you come back by 8:45, those who want to join, and then we'll go till 9:30. If you have questions, and then we'll go through it. Tomorrow we've got a lot of important things today. I also want you to take, today we did outdoor meditation here. Tomorrow we're going to Tapasthali. In the morning, when you finish your meditation, then you want to go to organic farm. You want to do some weeding. We want to pick the organic farm. There is a lot of nice vegetables. We go to some activity there. Get in touch with nature beautifully, and then be there, hands dirtied, and then be in the not dirtied hands, meaning beautifully be with the nature. And so we do that tomorrow morning. So that's also there part of before the breakfast. Right? So 5 o'clock we start. We'll be done and then do that activity also. Afternoon, we have something to go, Tapasthali meditation. We're going to go in the afternoon, 3rd session. So there are a lot of things planned, okay? So let's keep going. Those if you want to have some questions clarified, you can come back here at after your dinner, 8:45 or so. If you'd like to come back and join at 9:30, 9:40, you can go back, all right? And then volunteers, we have a meeting at 9:30, 9:40. Okay? All right, friends. So thank you. And let's give a big clap to our second day. And congratulate yourself, you did 4 hours of meditation today.